What is up, D&J fam? We're back. Jay got out of surgery on Tuesday.
It is now Thursday,
Oh, yeah.
so it's day 2 of recovery.
Yeah. So, if you guys haven't been seeing videos and consistency, well, that's a bit why. He's got a few more weeks of recovery, guys. Depending on, if he keeps it well maintained, he'll be fine. And he does. He does a great job at maintaining his wounds.
Yeah, I'm a cat. I'm just licking my freaking wounds.
But yeah, guys, we had some crazy experiences in the last few videos, though. Kind of want to talk a bit about them. I mean, what's your thoughts on what happened at that bridge, man? That was,
It was actually quite crazy. I'm telling you, there was a lot of voices that we did not capture on our video, or we heard it, and like if they saw, I turned around during our EVP,
yeah,
and I heard steps coming to me, and I didn't know who was just a random person, so I turned around quickly as possible.
yeah. Because I know we were sitting there. I don't know if I got it on video, but we were starting to head off of the bridge because we were getting ready to shoot a different section, and Jay said, "Did you hear those footsteps?" I mean, he flipped around pretty quick when we were in the middle of the bridge, and I don't know. You just got a very eerie feel with it. It was just
The way we were
heavy.
describing while we were on that bridge, it got like 2 times heavier when I heard those steps. I had to get off.
Yeah, it was like somebody, like a kid jumped on your back or something, and you're giving them piggyback ride. It was so much weight, and then I don't know. It was just really heavy. Like the video said, heavy feels. And a lot of the EVPs that came through. I know we didn't put any subtitling to a lot of the EVPs, but we kind of wanted you guys.
Yeah, we were wanting you guys to see what you heard and see if we're going to hear the same thing.
Yeah.
Give
So
you guys a little bit of chance to do what
interact.
we're doing too.
Yeah, kind of be a part of what we're doing out there. I mean, I know it's not the glamorous, what was it, Queen Mary, or all these high-end places.
Not
and
yet.
Stuff. Yeah. Eventually, we want to go out there, but we want to build ourselves up before we go out there. Get the audience interacting more and everything with it. That way, you get a better experience, and you guys can talk more in the comments and let us know what we're missing and what you guys have seen and heard. And
Compared to the bridge and compared to the grave itself, those are two polar opposite feelings.
yeah,
Down there at the grave, it was like so calm. We actually were not minding sitting there trying to communicate with the witch that was buried there. Compared to that bridge, it's just like we had to get out of there.
yeah, that bridge gave you a feel that you just wanted to leave. And I mean, every car that came across there, they just zoomed by. I swear, most of them were trying to go 50 miles an hour across that bridge.
As soon as they
didn't want them to do
as soon
it.
as they reached that halfway mark, I was watching them, and they went
Yeah.
gone.
They wanted nothing to do with that bridge. I don't know if half of them even lived there, but they knew something was up with that bridge. It was just the weirdest feeling ever. I mean, we walked around it for a while, and I don't know, you kind of got into a feel of a haze.
We actually went under it, and we still didn't feel that feeling of weight.
Yeah, it was
As soon as we touched past that metal line we talked about in our video, it was just something was
instant.
pushing on us.
Yeah, it was instant heavy, just and
And there's a little weird thing we noticed was when we were going towards the way the water was coming towards us, the water was really, really murky, muddy looking, going underneath the bridge. But when we were looking over the other direction where we see it going away from us, it was kind of clearish.
yeah,
If you guys noticed that.
it was like it was filtering under the bridge, and all that like bad juju was just festering right under it, is what it felt like.
And we know water is a great conductor of, the spirit.
Activity, yes. And that was very true. That's why the creek, which was one of our more horrifying areas that we've been to, we actually found out some more information about that creek area. And I know there's going to be people that don't believe in the paranormal or anything. I mean, we still have our skepticism of what's going on. We haven't seen any shadow figures or anything like
Not
that
yet, at
to
least.
prove that point. We're just hearing voices, noises, things you hear every day and don't think much of.
I'm hearing
But
whispers now coming
apparently,
out.
that
Feel that.
house, that orange house that was on the side of the creek, has a bit of a history to it. And there may have been Ouija boards used in that house. I don't have full detail on that. One of my buddies actually lived there, and he was kind of telling me of an experience he had there and stuff like that. So, I mean, that could have been a lot of the activity we're getting down the creek. It may not have been the hangings out there as much as what had happened in that
Well,
house.
if you remember, one of the things that we were talking about down there, it was kind of trying to direct us to go towards the house when we were asking about it.
Yeah.
It's like, go in. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. It was
Not
telling us
yet.
to come over. And yeah, guys, it was. I don't know. I don't know how to explain the way that creek was. There. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of horrifying experiences, and
That's something we're wanting, though. We want those experiences because what better way to show you what we're actually feeling while we're there than to have the feelings that we're showing? You know, being scared.
and a lot of the time, when we're editing, the only thing we're editing is the walk distance and adding in features like the subtitle for what has been
We're
seen.
actually not putting anything in
No.
there that we've already recorded. It's
Yeah.
all recording.
Everything is straight
It's just
recorded.
some cuts
Yeah.
here and there.
We switch between cameras because we do a dual perspective between my camera, his camera, and that's the way we wanted to run the channel. And I don't know, it just
It seems to
There's-
work out that way better.
I notice when people get up in YouTube higher, you have a lot of people that are like, oh, they're in between cuts, they're faking it, they're setting things up here and there. It's like, not everybody does that. There are hauntings, paranormal activity is real. To what extent just depends on where you are, honestly. I mean, there's hauntings everywhere.
And there's
It's
got to be
just-
a bigger energy buildup for
Yeah.
hauntings. If there's not very much energy, you're not going to
Place-
see much of a haunting.
Places like the Sally House, Queen Mary, and stuff. It pulls a lot of energy because a lot of people focus on those areas. They're high end because there's so much energy being drawn into it that they can pull from around them and fester even further. Now, when we went into the Dinsmore houses and the church and stuff, those were areas that
The
didn't-
church itself, I must say, it's right out there. The energy there was just. It was a little terrifying. I was shaking during most of the video.
And see, if you look
Compared
at
to the Dinsmore 3 a.m. challenge we did,
yeah.
there was nothing in that.
I mean, the EVPs were strong, but as far as feels
Activity,
when we were sitting
feeling,
there,
nothing.
and with that, I know it was kind of weird because we had parts where it took forever for stuff going on, but that's what we wanted to show you guys. It's not something that happens in an instant. It is over time. They pull the energy throughout the night, and finally things just start hitting left and right. You start hearing more because they have the energy to be able to do more. And those places,
They have to be able to draw off yet before they can even get energy.
Yeah.
If there's no rain, there's no
It-
storm, there's nothing being drawn, they ain't gonna have the energy to, mess with you to let you know they're there. You'll probably get an occasional, which is what I've been hearing a lot more of, is if you feel like a type of strand of hair going across you and you have to wipe it off you, you are actually being touched. And I didn't know about that, and I was feeling that when we were in that house, and I didn't know it. It was like all over my face. I kept wiping my face.
no.
And we went through that house before, and there wasn't very much spider activity in this house.
Yeah, there was. I mean, it's secluded in the back behind trees and stuff. But when you actually look around it, there's not very many spider webs or anything like that around there. It's pretty well opened up, and with all the windows open, doors, and everything. I mean, you'd figure everything would be in there, just making webs, doing all that. But
Compared,
no.
plus being in there earlier that day, we kind of went through the house, and if there was webs, we kind of cleared it out before we even went back at night.
No. And like we always say, always check out a location during the day, not necessarily because of activity, but because you don't know if you're going to walk into a place in the middle of the night and you're foot is just going to go straight through a floor or something's
That's
going to
what
fall.
we did in the church.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we went there, because if we wouldn't have noticed and we would have tried to explore that at night, we probably would have fell and got hurt.
Yeah, because the stairs to the basement, or the morgue as we found out down there, were just completely rotten out. The middle area, we showed you in the video, in the corner over there, that whole entire floor had caved in. On the back side, the stairs there were pretty much gone. There was nothing to step on to even get down in there. And we went and checked out a schoolhouse area. I don't think we included anything on that, but it was just basically rubble at that point. I mean, there was a giant, no roof, nothing, just some brick walls up, looked like ruins of something that
It was
used to be
basically
there.
ruins.
Yeah. And I mean, I know some of those places you can get some activity, but with that, we didn't want to risk it. I mean, we saw a skunk just chilling back in there, and it's like, I don't feel like getting stinky today.
I don't feel like having a tomato basil bath.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, I mean, when you're out experiencing it, I know there's a lot of people that have sat there and tried to make fun of us for doing this and everything.
Yeah, we're skeptical about all this stuff too, but we are seeing the side of the things we haven't seen before we start doing this.
We're getting into it more, and what got me started for my interest in the paranormal was a lot of loss in my family and a lot of past things that have just kind of got me to a point where I wasn't in a good state of mind. And then I realized, there has to be something more than what is here.
Just life and death.
Yeah. So I gained more of an interest toward the paranormal. I mean, I've had experiences in the past when I was a kid.
Those unexplained experiences, I've had them too.
And I don't know. You want to know. You're curious. You're a human. You want to know. Curiosity is what is in our veins. And
that's our greatest, it could be our greatest,
our greatest discovery or our greatest end.
Downfall.
Yeah. But we figured we'd share with you guys what's going on with Jay from his surgery and let you guys know, hey, we are still here. We are still going to be making videos.
And we do actually have a really good spot we're going to be heading to as soon as I'm able to start moving.
And yes, it will be an overnight challenge, guys.
We will be there
all the way. We're going to start during the day, and then we're going to move it all the way to the next day.
And we won't be leaving until we get up from sleep.
Yep. So
just wait and keep an eye on the channel. You'll see it very soon.
Yeah. What we're going to be doing in the meantime when he's healing, we're probably going to be doing some more live streams. I'm pretty sure he's going to do some from his end over here because we don't live together. We live in two separate places. As you guys could tell from the backdrop, this isn't the backdrop from the last vlog. This is actually Jay's place, and I live across town from him, so my place, I'll be doing live streams from there, kind of keeping you guys up to date when he's not feeling up to doing any live streams or anything. Vlogs, we're going to try and keep the vlogs together with me and him here. That way we can kind of let you guys know what's going on, let you know, hey, we're alive, we're still here, we're still doing this for you guys. That way you know what's going on. You're not in the dark and everything, that thinking we're just ending the channel here, we're leaving it there. No. We got a long road to go, guys, and we're not quitting anytime soon. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy.
Well, please subscribe. Keep the notifications
definitely
going.
Keep the bangers coming. As soon as he's able to get up and start going with it, we're getting out there. We're going to be slamming them out, guys. So stay tuned. All right, guys, stay awesome.